Had you ever faced the curse of the blank page? The emptiness that strikes once your initial enthusiasm for a writing project wanes or you run into a problem you don't know how to solve? Stay tuned for a creative practice that might help you break through. Most story ideas don't land in our laps fully formed. We might latch on to a basic concept, a scene fragment, or a character, like the Harry Potter series. J.K. Rowling envisioned a young boy with glasses who didn't know he was special. Donna Tartt's novel The Goldfinch began with the image of a boy staring at a tiny painting in a museum. Some story fragments come and go, but others glimmer. They spark curiosity. We feel the possibilities surrounding them, and that energy inspires us to try to capture them on the page. But because they aren't fully developed, they're elusive. A sense of unknowing and discovery is a natural part of writing. In his book On Writing, Stephen King talks about starting with an idea or character and letting the story reveal itself as he writes. The late Joan Didion wrote, "I write to find out what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at, what I see and what it means, what I want, and what I fear." By the time your project is finished, you'll spend way more time thinking about it than actually writing. So, what if you could speed up that thinking process a little? What if you could shed some light on the next step before you reach the blank page? I'm not talking about plotting or structure or anything like that right about now. Instead, I'm talking about following your curiosity and exploring the world your idea glimmer came from, brainstorming its potential, playing with possibility. Remember how you used to play as a child, darting from one imaginary scenario to the next? There was no right or wrong approach to play, just the freedom to pursue your curiosity and your imagination. That's what we need here. Reclaiming a sense of freedom and playfulness is magic for writers. To tap into your playful side, the first thing I'll ask you to do is something that might make you feel a little uncomfortable if you haven't done it for a while. I want you to set yourself free from something that likely has a fierce grip on your attention. Shut down your digital devices and pick up a pen or pencil and some paper. There are a couple of really good reasons to ditch your screens. First of all, it provides a cognitive break from technology's relentless demands, never mind screen glare. And second, studies tell us that handwriting inspires creativity and it creates neural connections. So basically, writing by hand slows everything down and promotes deeper reflection. It engages multiple areas of the brain and transports you into the creative zone. New ideas arise, intuition flows. You feel what you're writing about, and where emotions go, energy flows. A keyboard can't accomplish that, and it sure won't let you doodle. But here's a bonus. If you're uneasy about writing by hand because you haven't done it for a while, don't worry. The rhythmic, repetitive motion of handwriting reduces stress and anxiety that are proven barriers to creativity. And if your handwriting's a little shaky from lack of use, it will improve over time. Mine sure did. So let's try some playful brainstorming. The concept is simple. Write down whatever ideas you already have, regardless of how vague they are or how viable you think they are, and then jot down whatever thoughts arise in response. Listen to your intuition and follow it. If you find it hard to get started, just keep at it. As you relax into the practice, ideas will begin to flow. You could try brainstorming with a post-it note blast. Use a stack of post-it notes and a pen. Write down one thought per note as quickly as possible without censoring yourself, and stick the notes on a large surface where you can see them all at once. Let what you see spark new ideas and add more post-it notes. If you happen to be a doodler, you'll probably appreciate mind mapping. Place the most concrete idea you have in the center of the page with a symbol or words. Draw branches from it leading to other ideas that spring up, and keep adding branches and ideas. Don't think too hard, just do it. Save analysis for later. And please resist the urge to use mind mapping software, or you'll lose the advantages of creating with a pen in hand. Stream of thought writing is my preferred method. I jot down whatever spontaneous ideas occur. Sometimes I doodle in the margin or draw arrows connecting one thought to another. I consistently surprise myself with new ideas that I know would not have occurred to me if I'd been staring at the screen where my logical brain always tries to control my creative brain. These are just a few brainstorming methods, but you can draw charts and use highlighters, sketch, doodle, create a collage, brainstorm with someone else, whatever works for you, especially whatever feels playful, because playfulness is key. Notice any questions that arise when something new catches your attention. What do you see in your mind's eye? And where does it take you? What happens if you look at it from a slightly different angle? Don't judge your thoughts or how well you articulate them, and don't worry about connecting the dots right now. Just wander through your imagination like you did as a child and open yourself to wonder. Think of this practice like visiting a foreign land with your senses on high and no travel guide in hand. You can't plan an itinerary until you get the lay of the land. That's what playing with possibility helps you do. Don't forget to take breaks. Creativity works best when you're relaxed. If sweat starts beading on your brow or your stomach clenches, take a break. Consider going for a walk or playing with your kids. Physical movement is good for your brain. It releases feel good endorphins and it increases blood flow. So basically, movement fuels your creative engine. I like to walk. Walking has provided me with countless eureka moments for all areas of my life, not just writing. I break the tech rule here and take my cell phone along, not for music or to catch up on email or messages, but to record any good ideas that arise so I don't lose them. I walk and talk using the Microsoft Word app, which does a fairly decent job of transcription. Taking a break doesn't mean stopping. While you're away from your project, your brain will keep working. You know those aha moments that arise when you're walking or cleaning or even taking a hot shower? They may seem to come out of the blue, but really they come from your brain continuing to explore while you're doing something repetitive or relaxing. So, now it's time to get started. Whether you choose a single brainstorming method or a combination of them, give yourself space to play. Take a few minutes to relax and transition into the creative zone before you begin, whether that means going for a walk or doing a short meditation. Put on some inspiring music. Enter the practice with an open mind and curiosity rather than a fixed agenda, which kills the magic. And do not worry about getting everything right. I can't say that enough. There is no right. You're playing with possibility. Anything can happen. So have fun with it. When you're ready, settle into your creative space and let go of whatever chaos may be unfurling around you. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Kindle a feeling of gratitude for the freedom you have to play this way. You get to explore your imagination. You get to write. And once you're relaxed, begin playing with your ideas. Over the next week, put playing with possibility to work with one of your writing projects. This method works well for fiction and nonfiction. Once you've gathered plenty of ideas, narrow them down to the most intriguing ones and begin organizing them in whatever way makes sense to you and your project. Listen to your intuition. It may be soft spoken, but it's usually right. If your curiosity is piqued anywhere along the line, brainstorm a little further. While playing with possibility might not provide you with concrete steps for moving forward, it helps you become familiar with your project's world and it fills your well with more ideas to draw from. That makes writing so much easier. So, to quickly review, here are 5 key tips for playing with possibility. Number 1, relax. You can't play if you're tied up in knots. As a bonus, this week I'm sharing a creative zone meditation you might find helpful. Number 2, ditch your digital devices to set your creativity free. Number 3, observe your ideas with curiosity and wonder, not judgment. Save analysis for later. If you haven't spent a lot of time playing lately, this one might take extra practice. Number 4, take breaks when you need them and move to fuel your brain. Number 5, Organize your most appealing ideas and see how they might fit together. Follow where your intuition leads. Ideas tend to solidify over time, so you might want to revisit this practice more than once. If you want to add more fuel to your creative fire over the next week, stop a few times each day to hear what your intuition is telling you about writing and life. Your intuition is your greatest ally in both, so nurture it. If you haven't done so already, create a music playlist that captures your story's vibe. Have fun with this exercise. You may be surprised where it leads you. Next episode, we'll start our novel planning series. We'll take a look at the triumphs, traumas, and lies that make your characters tick. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me here for Write Writer, Write. See you next time.